Welcome back. Well, we're going to be focusing on the Chinese surprise rate cut that came about in a short while from now. We have Ben Cavender who will be joining in, but we also have Sanjiv Bhasin who's joining us to talk about the Indian markets as well. Morning, Sanjiv. Good to speak to you as always. Well, the markets have just been moving northward, but I believe you're going to be traveling, and when you're away, you're expecting the markets to top out in the next few days and then pull back. Is that still the call on the Nifty, or do you think we're going to head higher?
Yeah, good morning, Nigel, to you, Sonia and Prashant. And if you recall, I'd given you the dates that by 15th of June, all the bears standing will be dead. And when everyone turns bullish, that's the time to go for a holiday. So yes, I am on leave from tomorrow, and I expect the markets to have a rather painful correction maybe in the next fortnight. We think everything is priced in and stocks are priced to perfection. So no harm done. You could still trend higher by another 100, 200 points, but it depends where your portfolio is. So this is the time to take some money off the table, beat the heat and go on a holiday.
What about the correction? How large can it be if you're going to give us a level on the Nifty?
No, I don't want to start that. I'm saying first, let's see the correction. All I'm saying is take money off the table.
Off the table, okay.
But in case you see 17,500, then call me in the next 10 days.
Sanjiv, that's not fair, right? I mean, you're going away on holiday and you're leaving us to see this market fall if and when it comes.
By the way, that comment almost seemed like my doctor telling me. 103 fever, call me. No matter day.
But what do you do? What do you do at a time like this, Sanjiv? I mean, has the time come to sort of take some profits off the table? And if yes, where do you do that?
Yeah, so Sonia, I think personally, like I'm saying, sometimes it is always good to be wiser rather than wait for, tops and bottoms. Those are numbers. You could hit a 19,000. I'm not denying that in the next few days, but that seems a big very, very near probability in the sense that everything is priced in. You see, the money which was missing the markets was the FI money, which was underweight. And believe me, some of the mutual funds who thought they are smarter than everyone and was sitting on large cash pools. Now that is getting deployed in a hurry. It's all the signs. You cannot have all asset classes rise in tandem. Gold hit new highs, bonds hit new highs, and the S&P is hitting new highs. So something will give, and I think all that is priced in. So it's not that there is a big negative. All I'm saying is that it's always good to leave some on the table and take some chips home. So Sonia, when everything was dull and there was no mojo at 16,817, that's where you enter. And then closer to 18,800 is where you take money off the table. Don't try and time the market and leave some money on the table. I think mid caps are very, very frothy. There has been a lot of euphoria built around all that, but that's because there has been trading profit. Once you see some sort of plateauing over there, you could see the correction get a little bit deeper. So I am of the camp. This is the time to raise money and sit on the sidelines.
All right, so raise money and sit on the sidelines. Sanjiv, we'll give you some time to just ponder over individual stocks. We'll come to you in a bit. We also now Sanjiv Bhasin has been sitting by for a bit. Sanjiv, thanks for waiting by patiently. I leave the floor open to you. If you did mention, of course, that this is a time to perhaps take money off the table, but if someone is still looking to sort of build their portfolio, are there any spaces, especially the mid-cap and small-cap end, that still look interesting to you?
Well, first, let me comment on the China factor. If you remember, 6 months back, the whole gang was saying, the foreigners, that this is the time to put money in China. India is overpriced, China is underpriced, and so on. So at that time, you got to be a pirate, and that's what Nigel and me joined in when Christmas is there. They say, yo, ho, ho, and a bottle of rum. That's the time you actually become a pirate and buy these fools when they are selling lock, stock, and barrel. And this is the time you become a saint, Sonia. Sell what you have and go for a meditation camp. On a lighter note, I am very, very sure the cake belongs to Maruti. Though I am a teetotaler, I'll join Nigel for tea. Maruti is my top pick, Sonia. It's headed to 12,000 just as MRF has hit 1 lakh. Maruti is going to new highs. Simply read the newspaper, smell the coffee. My office in Gurgaon is just next to the Maruti office. They are now launching a competitor to the Innova. The market space in the PV sector, they're going to go on 25% share. So if you are looking for a stock for this year at 12,000, it is Maruti. Now, this is my large cap pick. Aside from that, I have been one of the buyers in Z in all this humdrum. I think the sooner rather than later we see the back of Goenkas and the input of Sony, there will be a change. Bad management, bad intentions always give an opportunity, and that is what Z is giving. Aside from that, Sonia recall and particularly Prashant, 70 rupees, Piramal Pharma is 93, 400 rupees, Jubilant Ingrevia is 440, and Chemplast Sanmar is 500 from 400. Chemplast, Jubilant and Piramal will continue to rule the roost. But remember, buy some protection, leave some money on the table, and then we can celebrate once the markets give you another opportunity of getting in. There is a lot of froth, and I think it is about time that you took some money home.
Right. So these three names, Sanjiv, if you bought when you said one should continue to hold, right? One can continue to hold these three names.
Correct, Prashant, and you're not going to be so nimble that you'll be able to sell it at 90 and buy it back at 80, if you get. But I think these are constructive stories. Like I said, Maruti is a no-brainer. I've been bullish from 7,500, and as a disclosure, it is in our portfolio. It is one of our top picks, along with Mahindra. And we think this Hero Honda are going to be the stars of auto for this year.
All right, Sanjiv, from the last couple of times you've joined in, actually, I've not even had a single drink. So I'm also feeling like a teetotaler. Just thought I'll put that out. But I'm going on leave. I'm also going to be traveling the next couple of days. So maybe I'll have to catch up.
You said a bottle of rum, and Nigel is like got all that excitement going out his holiday.
Actually, I got a nudge from my wife saying, Nigel, please clarify. So I said, let's put it out there.
But he's talking about Maruti, right? So he's saying that buy the Maruti share now, and then when it hits 12,000, move to a BMW straight away.
All right, Sanjiv, you've given us a few picks, and as you've mentioned, some of them have done quite well. All three of them actually have done quite well. But ye dil mange mo. Give us one more from the broader markets. A small mid-cap company that you believe has big potential, because some of them are flying off the shelves. So you need to be a little careful. But you have to give us one this morning. What would it be before you head out for your holiday?
So look, it's your competitor, but Z is getting you all the right ingredients. The stronger hands are entering. The Goenkas with 3% held it to ransom. Once they are out, you will see entertainment, according to me, Sonia, cannot be at 17,000 market cap when Walt Disney trades at $200 billion. That's the combined market cap of Reliance and TCS put together. So you can imagine in a country like India, Sony is going to be a game changer. But we have to go over these processes in the next few months or weeks till they get the NCLT and so on. Now, when fear and greed are high, fear is high, that's when you'll really make bang for the buck. So I have, as a disclosure, have seen my personal portfolio. We have added it for some of our clients at this 190, 185 mark. We think this has the prospect of being a doubler in maybe a year once we have everything clear on Sony takeover and so on. Yes, there are a lot of ifs, but that's what makes the market. On the other hand, Sonia, a lot of my fellows and friends at 60 all follow you, and generally they will not take cues from me. They will say what Sonia does. So if you are going to be bullish, I think the consensus is that being long on the market, hardly anybody sees what I say. It's more on what Sonia says.
Yeah. That's very sweet. Thank you. I will take that. I will take that generous comment from you. Thanks a lot for that. And of course, to all our viewers, we are just putting out the cues, right? These are not recommendations in any way. If we knew which way the markets were going, we wouldn't be sitting here and coming to work every day. We are just commentators. That's our job. But thanks a lot, Sanjiv, for joining in. Appreciate your thoughts as always. Entertaining, infotaining, right? So much information. Yes, you were saying something.
Yeah, and remember, in 10 days I'm on leave, doesn't mean that I'm not in the markets. If you do get that 17,500, so you and Prashant are welcome to call me. Day or night, I'll attend to your call at that time.
Sanjiv, I also would like to call you.
Sure, Nigel, you're most welcome. You have not paid a visit to Delhi, and you and Navneet need to come and have the best butter chicken in Gurgaon. And that's an invitation for all of you, a repeat invitation.
We have a date on that.
I'll have the best single malt ready for you.
Thanks a lot for that, Sanjiv, and wishing you a good trip, and I look forward to catching up with you.